Eugene. Today, an early season non-conference showdown here on EA Sports College Football, hitting the SEC against the Big Ten. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Ready to kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 20. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The inside handoff. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They give it to him again. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
Well, one of the reasons why it's hard to run against this defense is because of that guy right there. He's one of the best D tackles in the game, and he's got tremendous explosiveness, quicks. He's strong at the point of attack. He can shed blocks, and he completely ate that last run up.
Got his man to the left, and they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to pass, it's Mateer. Got the quick pass.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looks as if he's going to run it. There's a crease. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Stepping to the right. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rolled him out of bounds and forced the loss.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. They're working that left side. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Really nice job in execution there on that third down through the passing game. All of a sudden now you've got a decision to make because you're in field goal range. But do you have the confidence to leave your offense out there to pick this first down up and go looking for a touchdown? This is a big decision right here for the head coach.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. Plows through the defense. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, fourth down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. Taking it the other way. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
And that's a big mistake here early in this game, and I know how that feels for a quarterback. You're playing on the road. You want to come out in the first drive. You want to march it down the field. You want to throw a touchdown pass, but you got to be careful, and you can't be too greedy. I think he got a little bit ahead of himself on that last throw. It's going to be really important he settles himself down.
Here's more to throw. Here's a heat. He's on the move. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking for a crease. It's Davison. And they get him down.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory.
Here we go. Ready. Red 54. Red 54. And a level. Shift.
Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean,
there's some room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Running the red zone, it's Hill. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing more. He got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ducks. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Makes the catch. It's Sategna. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
And back to the air on 2nd down. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the 1st quarter will end. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have rep these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has him across the 50. Got a little grass. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll go play action with Moore. Floating away. That's caught. It's Johnson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Moore. Rushes on him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
Moore to the air. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision...
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Ducks. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
And this is why defensively, man, you want to keep your guy in the pocket. Like, once he starts to scramble, all the rules change, and now everybody's got to kind of adjust, and the running back just works towards the sidelines. As he starts to roll to the right, he creates a little bit of space, and they just dump it off. But it's a nice job by the QB buying some time.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. To the air, it's Mateer. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
And they're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Wants to throw again. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On fourth down, going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Dante Moore. With the catch, it's Johnson. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this third and short. On the gun, on third down, Dante Moore. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they need.
First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. To the air, it's Mateer. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Here's a little room there. Brought down at the 20. It's a first down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Another third down stop for this defense, and they're excited, but you always kind of got to watch. Like, they shouldn't go for it on fourth down here on their own end, but this team has shown.
But, guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and, man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Escapes the pressure to his right. And as he throws.
I don't don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
So now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Mateer. Now adjusting. Throwing on the run. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Robinson. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
It took them some time, but finally here at the end of the first half, they were finally able to get it right and score a touchdown. You know, I think oftentimes as an offensive coordinator, you've scripted your first 10 plays, things aren't working. You're looking for formations, you're looking for schemes you can run to finally break through, and that last drive might be what this offense needs to finally turn the corner. We'll see in the second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Here's Moore to throw. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Trying to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And that is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture of the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that could make the difference. That pick six certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. You're exactly right. We got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened. What did I do wrong? You got to get out there and go fix it because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Running inside, it's Hill. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. There he goes. He'll be stopped, but not before. Getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Back to throw, it's Mateer. Fires into the end zone. Incomplete. He was going for the touchdown.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down. They'll run for it. It's Robinson. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. And he comes through big time.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He's inside the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. A pick 6.
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick six. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games, but you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Pocket breaking down. Fires downfield. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already.
We've seen a lot of good hands in the back end of this defense in this game. They've got multiple interceptions. That was not a good example, though. That should have been another one, but they say people play defense for a reason.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Throwing on the run. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Here's the pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the third quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
And the Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The short hands, it's Moore. And he'll be brought down.
Great job by the quarterback bouncing back. Just got sacked the previous play. Now all of a sudden it's second and long, and everybody knows you're going to be throwing it. But he comes right back. He stays in the pocket. He's staring down the field. He's not letting the rush affect him. He finds his open guy. He gets the completion. It's not a first down, but now you're set up 3rd and short. And this all of a sudden looking pretty good for the offense.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
Moore to throw for it on 4th down. Holds it in, the first down and more. All out of space. Touchdown Ducks! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
What a great play call there on 4th down. You know, they script and practice these all throughout the week. You've got to be able to call something that you know you can run in your sleep. Beautiful execution on that 4th down play for a touchdown.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Got it set up on the outside. At midfield, he's got room. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do because this passing attack has not been great.
Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Good timing on the quick out. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Tight end getting vertical. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Pressure coming. And it's a sack. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got his man on the right. Big fella's not going to make it to the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Let's it fly. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Davison. Maybe a crease. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're gonna go right back to him on first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last two plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, kid.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
Throwing more. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Another sack by this defense, but how about this QB? He continues to get back up every single time, still leading his team, still staying positive, still putting him in a good position to win this football game.
Under fire. Complete in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. A defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Moore from the gun on third down. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on third down brings us to fourth.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up fourth.
Fourth down, Moore. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And the Sooners will hustle to the line.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Throws toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception, and now this offense has a chance late. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Escapes the pressure going right. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. There he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Moore. Under fire. He'll pull it down. It's a fumble. And what a break to get that football back. At this juncture, that would have been catastrophe. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Still on his feet at the 45. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Ducks. They move on top here in the 4th. The Ducks with the answer.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
And the extra point is good. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Starting to feel a little pressure. And down goes the quarterback, but there are penalty flags on the field. Let's see what the call is. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have...
Makes a grab and room to run. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He wants to throw it again. Moving out to the right. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's third and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable.
And that is his fifth interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
Well, it's third and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
The run inside. It's Davison. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Ducks inside the final minute trying to drain the clock. They'll give it to him again. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Dante Moore. Quickly out to the tight end. Turning it on! And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Moore will throw. Pulls it in. Timeout call by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. And the Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
In the gun on third down, Moore. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Penalty marker on the field, and the kicker's going to get another go at it, this time a little closer. They'll send out the kicker here. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And they'll try to tack 3 more onto this lead late. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
So here they come. One last chance, and they've got to have a touchdown. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. He wants a big play here late. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rose. Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. Today, conference bragging rights on the line in this SEC Big Ten clash. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Coach Venables told me before the game, this is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Sooners headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And he'll just take a knee in this drive. Start at the 25. keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Here's Moore to throw. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this tight end's really good at finding soft spots and zones. It's not just working over the middle of the field either, but also on the perimeter of the field. And that time, as soon as he releases off the ball, he knows there's no one following me, running with me. This must be zone coverage. Where can I post up and make this easy for my quarterback? He finds that spot. It's a nice game by the offense.
Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing Moore. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Going to try to get it himself. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Here's a heat. Complete to the left. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
A strike downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Well, that couldn't have gone any better.
It's so great for an offense to come out right out of the gate and score a touchdown on your opening drive. It just helps the offense establish that rhythm that is so important. It'll be interesting now to see how this offense does the remainder of this contest.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Running back searching for a hole. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Buys a little time. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Makes the grab on the left. Still running at the 40. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback, he throws an
breaks into the open. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field, making the nice tackle.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. The 40, at the 30. The tap. Touchdown Ducks. Took it all the way back to the house.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick 6, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Upstairs to make the catch. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And they've dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Throwing on the run. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding and get the ball back to our offense.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
He wants to take the top off. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. The Ducks send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He leaves it with his back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Stepping to the right. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So first down here as they go back to work. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
The Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. Snagged it, and there's running room. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that when you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
He might want another play. To the air on first down. Rushes on him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here, bringing pressure, getting to the quarterback, and hitting him as he throws the football.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Mateer. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
And he tacks on the extra point. And And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Moore with the play fake. Finds his man. It's Moore.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Running inside. It's Davison. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got it, looking for the first down. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Moore, play action. Here comes the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
And the Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Unloads to the right. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense has it. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Moore. Quick completion on the out route. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Moore to the air. He's looking deep. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Ducks. He got a step and just dusted the field. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's why you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
He'll try to do it himself. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
With the catch, it's Harris. There he goes. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Fires into the end zone, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments.
He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown Sooners.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll send the tight end in motion. Dante Moore. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
Pocket breaking down. He's going to take off. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the second and short.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Finds his man. It's Hooks. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
They're dealing with a second and long. Here's Moore to throw. unleashes one. Working on the right. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throwing more. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Really nice job of awareness on first down that time by the defender. He sees it thrown, he's able to knock it down for the incompletion.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Touchdown, Oregon! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. It's them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead. That gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back has it. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here.
Makes the grab in their space. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Escapes the pressure to his right. Hauls it in. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
He's going to run it. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 10, a 4-wideout set, trips right. Looking to fire. It's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Slings it downfield. Makes a grab. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Looking to throw again. Complete. The short pass will come up just a tad short of the goal line.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, get them tackled to the ground.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He'll bring it out. It's Davison. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. Moore. It's complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Here's the pressure. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And man, you gotta love the way the defense just took this field. Like, offense scores, cuts into the lead, and they had some juice, some energy, flying around, being physical, everybody getting to the football, and now forcing the punt, and a chance to give the ball back to their offense to do some damage.
Makes a move. Continues to fight for yards. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Working that wide receiver screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Trying play action. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got a man. It's Hansen. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Fires deep toward the end zone. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He forced that one into double coverage. That means somebody else was wide open. Quarterback really needs to be better moving forward, working through his progressions.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Great job by the defense not falling asleep on that play. Like, you're right there in that fringe area, this part of the field where offenses will get a little bit aggressive and try to throw the football because they kind of think the field's shrinking is harder to run. Nice job staying on it, staying disciplined.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He'll try to take it back. The 20. Touchdown Ducks! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. He does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turned on the Jets, making the big play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go play action with Moore. Pressure coming. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Dante Moore fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
To throw, it's Mateer. Oh, they're after him. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's Hansen. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Moore to throw. Gets it out fast. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And, man, it's really nice to see a QB and see the blitz right away. Sees the blitz coming, they come attack, replace it right away, get it to your running back, let him take off and do some damage. When anybody
finding some room, picks up the first down. Discards him with the stiff arm. He's finally stopped, and not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Throwing Moore. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He's got it on the move. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Moore will throw. Looking to the end zone. Got his man. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Moore to throw for it on 4th down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep him there. Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And picking up the first down will be nice here, but also important, get some cushion for the punt team. Quick completion on the out. It's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Ducks. What a shift in momentum. What a big-time play. He just took matters into his own hands.
Man, what a mistake by the QB throwing the football. His receiver, obviously, they weren't on the same page at all. But the defender steps in front, makes the big play. And then every kid's dream, right? You play defense, you create the turnover, and then you take it all the way to the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. It's complete to the right. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
Pulls it in. It's Harris. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a man. It's Mateer.
Well, that's...
Snags it, and he's open. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37.
Well, it's a really nice job by the quarterback that time, working through his progressions, because the running back was not the primary target on that play. You find the check down, though, and when you get it to that guy, if he's even got a little bit of room, he's got the wiggle and the speed, and he's going to make something really positive happen. He did right there.
Fires on the move. Got his man. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
And sometimes offenses, man, they get caught up with numbers and they need to do so many runs, so many passes. I like when you just trust your quarterback. Like back-to-back explosive passing plays. Let him do his thing. Let him drop back, read the defense, dissect it.
Touchdown Sooners! Fit it in the window for the score.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hill. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there, make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Moore. Under fire. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all three of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
Looking long. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Fourth down, more. Working that left side now. A terrific play to keep him from getting to the chains and forcing the turnover on downs.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game...
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dante Moore. Under fire. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This quarterback showing a lot of resiliency here on this drive because first down he got sacked, second in California, he's able to scramble, and while he didn't get the first down, he's able to get a little bit of it back, and he's made this third down manageable now. Let's see if he can make another play here and keep his offense on the field.
In the gun on third down, Moore unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Here's Moore to throw. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. Firing to the right, complete. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
Moore to the air. Bringing the heat. He wants it all. Touchdown, Oregon. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And it's go time. You need a play late, and the big tight end comes through for you. You find him, he does the rest, catches the football, gets in for the touchdown, and now you take the lead.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll bring it out. It's Tategna. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the fourth quarter, one-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
This time on target. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Back to throw. It's Mateer looking to scramble. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Here's a throw downfield late. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at.